Hello, I'm Phil Ratcliffe, and this is the book I wrote about Mississippi John Hurt, His Life, His Times, His Blues, which was published in 2011 by the University Press of Mississippi. And I thought I might just tell you a little bit about how I came to write this book. I live in Scotland, in the United Kingdom, and this is the little room that I spend much of my time playing music and learning the piano, reading. The view out the window is rather nice. This is the hills that we look on to. And this is where I wrote my book. It all started in the 1950s when my mother would come home from dance parties and things and have a party in our house. And I would play this banjo and accompany her when I was only about 15 years old. She played ragtime, 12th Street Rag, and she played the pop songs of the day, like Cigarettes and Whiskey and Wild Wild Women. And I loved this music. But an important time for me was when a guy called Lonnie Donegan hit the scene with a song called Rock Island Line, and he influenced thousands and thousands of people, including myself. And I heard him play at many theatres and concerts, and also at the famous Cavern Club in Liverpool, which was later the home to the Beatles. And it was there that I got him to sign my banjo. That's his autograph there, Lonnie Donegan. Great inspirational kind of guy. And in those days, I didn't realise that many of the songs he sang were not actually written by him, but they were written by other people, and from a way back, the old blues guys. And it's there that I got an interest and began to build up a collection. These are many CDs, Memphis Minnie, Blind Boy Fuller, lots of people, and of course including the great Mississippi John Hurt. But really I hadn't heard of John Hurt in those days, and he hadn't even been rediscovered. That happened in 1963, of course. But I did come across this record in an old shop in Wales. It was the Mississippi Blues in Transition, and it was a kind of a compilation album. And amongst the tracks on this, I don't know if you can read this, but here is Mississippi John Hurt. And it said that John Hurt was born in Teoc, Mississippi in 1894, which was a little bit wrong. It was 1892. And he lived in nearby Avalon all his life until his rediscovery in 1963. Very little information there, and the song on that was Stackerlee Blues. And of course lots of people had looked for John, and he was eventually rediscovered in 1963. An overwhelming moment for me, and after that I spent a lot of time trying to find out more about him. Wrote my book, as I say, in here it is again, in 2011 it was published, and since then I've enjoyed playing more of John's music, and in fact came to present a celebration this year, because it was actually, that's not a very good picture, but that was an advertisement for a concert I did to celebrate the 90-year anniversary since John first recorded in February the 14th in 1928, and this is February the 14th 2018, and that went down very well. And at that concert I was able to introduce people to this machine, which is an early phonograph, a Victrola, and on it here is the record of the OK Company, and you can see there Mississippi John Hurt, Frankie, and this was the release. This is a record from 1928 on the old Victrola, and we'll give it a wind up and see if we can get it to play. And here it is. So this is you're actually hearing on. So that's Mississippi John Hurt in 1928 with his record of Frankie, and that was the record that sold quite a lot of copies and got the record company to record John again and lead to the great story. So there we are. That's a little bit of the insight into how I came to do this.